I know you're on holiday, maybe we are too. I'm not saying anything, but let's get into your real estate briefing for today. Now, Dubai Islands is no longer a blueprint. It's becoming a reality. And Bay Grove Phase 4 is positioned right at the center of that shift. The infrastructure is catching up, the premium launches are already underway, and the numbers are starting to move. We're not here for headlines, we are here for the fundamentals. It's about understanding timing, developer credibility, and the types of layout and price points that will give you both liquidity and appreciation 5 years from now. So in this episode, we're breaking down Bay Grove Phase 4 in detail, which is the final phase, from developer history and master plan positioning to per square foot value, floor plan strategies, and how it stacks up against Ellington, Imtiaz, Rixus, and more. Let's get into developer and background. Let's start with Nakheel, the developer behind Bay Grove. Now, if you've been in the Dubai market long enough, you know Nakheel is the name behind icons like the Palm Jumeirah, Jumeirah Islands, even Battuta Mall, and the World Islands. We're talking about one of Dubai's foundational developers. But here's the key. Nakheel isn't just riding on its legacy. In 2024, they posted over 4.3 billion dirham in profits and secured 17 billion dirham in new financing to push forward their next wave of mega projects, including Palm Jumeirah and of course the full-scale redevelopment of their islands into what's now called Dubai Islands. So, when you're buying into Bay Grove, you're not just buying a unit, you're buying into a master developer's controlled community with a serious long-term commitment and capital behind it. Dubai Islands location and infrastructure. Dubai Islands itself is probably the most misunderstood market right now, and that's exactly why the opportunity exists. It's made up of 5 man-made islands off the coast of Deira, covering over 17 square kilometers and adding more than 40 kilometers of waterfront to Dubai. But here's what most people miss. The location isn't remote. In fact, it's only 15 minutes from DXB Airport and 20 to downtown. And infrastructure is catching up fast. The Infinity Bridge is already operational, and by 2026 we'll have a massive 8-lane 3-killer bridge directly connecting Dubai Islands to Dubai. This is a game-changing infrastructure. We're at the same stage here as Dubai Marina was in the early 2000s. Infrastructure coming up. Price is still undervalued, but the master plan is already signed off, with 80 plus hotels, beach clubs, a golf course, marinas, and 2 million square meters of parks. Nakheel is turning this into Dubai's next waterfront city, and it's happening now. Project overview of Bay Grove. Now let's talk about the project. This is Nakheel's flagship mid-rise beachfront community on Island B, and Phase 4 is the final phase. You've got 4 contemporary buildings connected by a landscape podium with beach access, a clubhouse, multiple pools, and full resort amenities. It's tucked into the corner of the island facing the water and surrounded by walking trails, green zones, and a future boardwalk. The architecture is curved and modern, and more importantly, the unit mix has been designed with real functionality in mind. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedroom apartments, but only a limited number of each type, especially the 3 and 4 bedrooms options with sea views. Pricing and value per square foot. So let's get into the numbers. Pricing for Bay Grove Phase 4 starts at 1.85 million dirham for a 1-bedroom, 3.11 million dirham for a 2-bedroom, and 3.92 million dirham for a 2-bedroom plus maid. 4.94 million dirham for the 3-bedroom, and 10.33 million dirham for a 4-bedroom. Now those numbers don't mean anything unless we look at the price per square foot. The 1-bedroom is around 912 square foot, so you're paying roughly 2,195 to 2,000 dirham per square foot. The 2 bedrooms range up to 1,600 dirham per square foot, which puts them between 2,400 and 2,500 dirham per square foot. That's right in line or even slightly under what you're paying in other branded launches on Dubai Islands. For comparison, Couture House and Rixus are trading in the 2,600 to 3,000 dirham per square foot range, and Ellington's Cove Residences, a gorgeous beachfront project, is averaging about 2,750 dirham per square foot. So with Bay Grove, you're buying into a Nakheel-built waterfront project at a slight discount to boutique competitors, with better scale and more infrastructure. Competitor comparison and hidden insights. Let's go a little deeper and compare. Rixus is the top-tier branded residences with full hotel services, but the 1-bed units are 2.6 million dirham plus, and inventory is limited. Couture House has high ceilings and comes fully furnished, but again, you're paying up for the boutique lifestyle. Ellington's Cove has beautiful design but limited community scale, and Flora by Octa is priced well, but it's a newer developer. And Beachwalk has those cool plunge pools on every balcony, but it's high density and a little further from the prime beach side on the second line. So where does Bay Grove sit? It's Nakheel's own community. That means full integration with the public parks, beach boardwalk, and all of Dubai's islands' upcoming amenities. You've got a reputable timeline, master plan control, and no weird surprises. From a risk-reward standpoint, it's one of the most balanced positions on the island. Floor plan analysis and best units for investors. Now, let's break down the floor plan because this is where Baygrove really starts to shine. The one-bedroom units are smartly designed around 910 square feet. They've got a walk-in closet, powder room, separate laundry, and an open-plan kitchen with an island. This will rent incredibly well, especially the ones on higher floors facing the sea. That's the investor's sweet spot. High floors, open view, low ticket, high yield. The two bedrooms come in multiple variations, and here's what I recommend. Go for the dual en-suite layout, or the ones with a maid's room if you're targeting family tenants. The dual master setup is great for roommates or corporate lets. Plus, many of these two bedrooms are corner units, meaning double exposure, better light, and partial sea views. That always helps resale. Now, for the three bedrooms, this is where the capital appreciation play kicks in. These are front-facing. Prime view units, you're getting sea views from the living room, larger balconies, and better positioning in the building. At 2,350 dirham per square foot, you're actually buying below what you pay in Dubai Marina for something with this kind of water frontage. That's why I like this for long-term appreciation. Fewer units, better views, higher resale potential. And then the four bedrooms. They're in their own private wing, served by a separate lobby and lift core. These are the luxury homes for end users or trophy investors. Not ideal for yield, but great for long-term capital hold. There's also one penthouse, the only one in the whole project, with a double height ceilings and panoramic water views. It's a statement property, probably selling closer to 20 million dirham, and it will set the benchmark for resale in this community later on. Investor returns, yield and appreciation. So what can you expect in terms of returns? Let's start with rental yields. A well-positioned one-bedroom in Baygrove could yield 7.5 to 8% gross annually. A two-bedroom with a sea view might hit 6.5 to 7.5. Even the three-bedroom should have returned 6% plus in today's rental climate, especially if Dubai Islands gets the demand we expect once the hotels open and infrastructure completes. But the real story here is capital appreciation. Prices on Dubai Islands have already jumped about 30% in the last 18 months, and we're still pre-infrastructure. Once the new bridge opens in 2026, and by the time Baygrove completes in 2029, you're going to see a major re-rating of these values. Waterfront property in Dubai doesn't stay at 2,200 dirham per square foot forever. Just look at what happened on Palm or at Blue Waters. Investors who bought early and held through the infrastructure phase saw 50 to 100% gains over time. So if you're buying a two-bedroom now at 3.5 million dirham and appreciates even 25% by handover, you're sitting on 875,000 dirham gain before even factoring in rental income. Add 3 years of rent and you're up well over $1 million. That's how real wealth is built in Dubai real estate. And finally, your exit strategy. This is a Nakheel freehold community with full golden visa eligibility on every unit. Even the one-bedrooms past the 2 million dirham mark for any floors over the third one. That makes your unit attractive to end users, foreign investors, and resale buyers later on. Plus, since Phase 4 is the final release, supply is capped. There won't be another version of this product after 2025. You'll be holding something finite in a fast-growing micro market. So here's the bottom line. If you're looking for a high-quality waterfront investment in a master plan district with strong infrastructure upside, Baygrove Phase 4 is worth serious consideration. It's early enough to catch the wave, priced smartly against competitors, and backed by a proven developer with a massive stake in the success of the entire area. Choose the right unit, preferably high floor, sea facing, either a one-bedroom for yield or a three-bedroom for appreciation, and you're holding one of the smartest long-term plays in Dubai today. Let us know if you'd like pricing, floor plans, or early access to priority units. This is one of those launches where early positioning really pays off. See you in the next consultation. We can do a little dance in the video. I have no idea how I'm kneeling on the rocks here. It's like caves in here.